Welcome to Tuesday's Tips from So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today let's put some halo snaps on a shirt, which means no sewing on buttons and no buttonholes. The pattern I've used is an old pattern that I've had for a long time. It's my go-to pattern. It has shirts and a skirt and even a little tank top. It's pattern 6628. It comes in the short sleeve version. And I've just made my sleeves just a little bit longer, and I'm going to put a little cuff on it. It has 2 darts in the front, which gives it the shape that I like. But instead of putting buttons and buttonholes, I want to do halo snaps. A halo snap is a snap. However, it's not filled in the center like a regular snap or a button. It has this little circular shape or a halo. The backs are the same. You have your positive and negative so that they can close up. But I like the simplicity of the halo snap. Before I put any snap or anything on a garment, I always test it. It's recommended that you have some interfacing on either your buttons or your snaps for in this lapel area. So I've repeated it for the snap. I know I like the look, now I'm going to be able to put them on the shirt. A lot of times I will not follow the recommended placement for the buttons or the snaps because I want it to fit properly in the front. So I try it on first and pin it to where it looks good. And then from there, I'm going to be able to make sure that all of my buttons or snaps are evenly placed. Buttonholes are usually placed on the right front for a woman, which means the buttons are on the left. So in this case, the front of the snaps are going to go on the right side. I personally like the piece that has that point coming up, coming away from my body. I would rather have the smoother piece down, and that way it's not uncomfortable if I'm leaving one of the snaps undone. So the piece with that point coming up is going to be on the left. The flatter one is going to be on the right. Office dots make good markers. They come off easy, they come in different colors, so you're going to be able to use the best color that's going to show up on your item. And I'm going to take those office dots and place them on both sides as to where the snaps should be going. I find it really easy if I just take one of the dots and put it on a stiletto. Then I'm going to be able to use some measuring tool, and I have better control over where that dot's going to go. Once it's placed down, I can just push it, and it's going to stay there. When you mark, make sure your bottom and your top are lined up so that the snaps are lined up. Now I can see very clearly where I'm going to put the snaps. Also, that halo fits right over top of that office dot, so it's a really good placement mark. I'm going to do the right side first and put that little halo right over top of the dot. Be sure to put something on your work surface so that you're not going to ruin it. Place that halo with the prongs going to the inside and just flip it over, and I can feel that those teeth are coming up. In the package, you're going to have a little tool. The tool is used on both ends. The smaller end is just made so that you can push in the center, and the teeth are going to poke out from the outside. So very gently you're going to be able to feel and just push that down, and the teeth are going to come out. Before you go any further, take off your dot. Just with a little pin, take the dot out. It's really important that all the teeth are poking out. For the front, I want to use this flat one. Here are both sides of the snap. One side is going to have a little groove in it. If you look really close, you're going to see that that is an opening. The teeth, or those prongs, are going to go in there and roll inside. This piece does not have that opening for the prongs to sit in. You can always test this to make sure you have the right side. On the other side, it's very obvious because you have that point sticking up. If you turn it around, you're going to see that same little groove along the back. So to make sure you have it the right way, take that one that's sticking up and place it over top, and you can snap them together. If they do not snap together, you know you have the wrong size. You're going to be able to flip it over. That will give you a chance to get a good look at the inside and you'll see the difference. Just unsnap them and you'll know which side is right and which side is wrong. So here are my teeth. I'm going to take that piece and just place it right over top of the teeth. When you put it over top of the teeth, it's quite secure already. The next piece is the larger end. So the larger end is going to go right over top. Keep this nice and straight and hit that top very gently with a hammer. Check and make sure that you have no space between that little halo and the fabric. If you have a little space, you need to hammer it a little bit tighter. Just place it right back over top and give it a little tap. Now that halo is on, and that's all there is to doing that snap. So I'll put all of the flat side snaps on the front. The front's done and has such a clean appearance. With the left side, the prongs are going to come up. The prongs are the same for both that front and back piece. Put that prong facing up, and then you're going to be able to just lay that dot right over top of it. You're going to be able to feel those little teeth. Take that little piece and push right in the center, and the teeth are coming right up. And I know I have that right placement because of the office dot. Take the dot off. Now I'm going to be able to take that piece that has that post coming up, put it over top of those prongs. If it's not on properly, you're going to be able to feel it, and you'll be able to see teeth on the outside. You don't want to see any of the teeth. They must be inside. If you push your finger like this, you can feel that it's right there. Take that little plunger again. It has a hole in the end to accommodate that little post. Put it right over top, keeping this nice and straight, and give it another tap. Just like the right side, make sure that there's no space between that halo and the fabric. And do the rest. So I have the right side and the left side. They also make nice accessories on your clothing. They sort of look like grommets without the holes. If you're going to just use them for an accent piece, use the flat side and it will always stay smooth. The directions are usually posted on the back of the packages. You can get them in many different colors and sizes, and you'll find them right in your fabric store. I like to store them in an old tin. So I'll put what the product is on the outside, and then in the inside I will have the directions and everything needed. Even the samples I will keep in there. If I've bought more than one package, I will have more than one tool. I keep all of the tools, just in case I misplace one. It just keeps everything in its place. It fits in the drawer, and they stay nice. I think I buy the mints just for the tins. I love using the halo snaps. They have a nice clean finish and no buttonholes and no sewing on buttons. And they're great for decorating with. Thank you for joining me today on Tuesday's Tips. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.